Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays City... I can't speak English. Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Cities Skylines. Hey, thank you. Apologies for that super annoying intro. So we just were busy building this industrial corridor. Financially, we're making $4 grand a week, which is actually awesome. It's more like an industrial kind of like rhino horn up there, but I like it nonetheless. We should take a quick look at all of our services and make sure that everything is functioning appropriately, because while we do have some extra cash, we can, mitigate whatever problems we might have with our current situation. We have a police station. It covers pretty much the whole city. Fire department, I mean, those are buildings that are at a greater risk of fire, so there's not that much I can do about that, except maybe ban smoking. We could throw down another fire department up here and just make it like a little better. Or even like another one over here. There's nothing wrong with having two fire departments, right? Save us a lot of trouble. But let's look at, first, hospital. Those guys are just... I guess they live closest to the pollution, so that's why they're mad about it. Do we need more power? I thought I heard like a blackout happen there. We will... I mean, here's the thing. I would rather build an oil power plant than have to build another coal power plant in the meantime, so I think I'm actually just going to go to our budget panel quickly. And we'll crank up our power budget to like 120% now, which will cut into our bottom line. But as long as it keeps people from having brownouts and thus leaving the city, I think that's awesome. Brownout. Anyway, how's the bus doing? 348 passengers per week, 3 tourists. I'm not surprised. There's not that many people coming to our sleepy town, but 348 passengers a week, that's not that bad. How's the school doing? Elementary school's going just fine. Citizens are starting to graduate. We might need a new elementary school soon, but that could come a little bit later. Water's good. Garbage is starting to get full, so we really need to make an incinerator soon. But I think for now I'm going to be a little safe, and I'm going to throw down a another firehouse, and we'll do it like, that's a park, so I shouldn't do it there. We'll do it in a place where it only requires me to bulldoze one building. But we shouldn't put it on a corner because I'll have to bulldoze it. So we'll put it down here. There you go. And these people are going to be stoked. 2 fire departments is better than 1. Now, we could also, of course, just go to our info panel and, like, try to mitigate this terrible traffic around here, but it doesn't seem that bad, honestly. It'll get worse, of course, as we get more and more people into the city, but well, that's just par for the course, ain't it? Lots of demand for industrial here. Little bit of demand for residential. So we should probably build a new residential area. And how's our zoning here? So, I think we'd probably want to go, like, we can use the fill tool here. Probably want to do, like, half commercial. We can't drag it down quite as much as I like. Alright, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to use the marquee tool. I'm going to designate this as entirely commercial. Okay. And then we're going to start doing, like, decreasingly commercial, so that we can put more residential in this area. Although now that I look at it, we're probably going to have industrial around here as well. So let's just keep this as a fairly consistent, like that for commercial. Click and drag. A little funkier than I expected it to be. And we'll just drag, well actually we can just do like a flat drag there. And then this will be industrial. Yeah, okay, so then we'll deck out this stuff in industrial. I'll just use the brush for that one, it's a little easier. It's getting a little messy in here. I'm not going to lie to you and say that it's not getting a little messy in here. It's getting a little messy in here. And we'll just paint the rest in here in residential. But this is, we've got an integrated city here. It's nice. Easy to get to work, easy to get to your friend's house. No problems whatsoever. Hopefully businesses still pop up in the gaps. Like, what I'm concerned about is that nobody wants to be next to industrial, but I think that commercial is okay being next to industrial. It's just residential that kind of suffers. So we could actually probably rezone this area as commercial if we wanted to, and then the people that live there probably wouldn't be so pissed and also so unhealthy, but so be it. So this, our coal power plant is running out of fuel, which is real bad. That's going to really impact our ability to produce electricity. We're still making good money, though, so I'm actually going to open up our budget tab. We can take another loan when we need to. I'd rather not do it right now, though. And we'll crank this budget up. Like 135%. That's going to cost us. But if it allows us to buy fuel, then that's important. Make sure trucks carrying it can reach the building from outside of the city. Well, I mean, I guess we have a huge traffic backup on the way in, and that's part of the problem here. It's this intersection, man. This intersection is bullshit. Let's look at this for a second. Why are you facing this way? That's not how this should go. On the way in, you should be... you should not be facing that way. Let's put it that way. Can we upgrade this road in the middle? What do we want to upgrade it to, like a 6-lane highway? Oh, but it's going to bulldoze, like, all those buildings around it, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Hopefully this will mitigate traffic a little bit. I'll be straight with you, it doesn't look like it's going to. These people do get pissed when they're close to a bigger highway, but... you know, at least it's not bulldozing all of the buildings. That's a good start. And is that gonna help out here? We could also, like, we could put, like, a roundabout or something. Oh, that's huge. That is an enormous roundabout. What about this? How do we even place this? I don't know what this thing does. Was it a 3-way intersection? I mean, that's probably where you put it down to open this bad boy up, I guess. This should be the way into the area, but we still got a huge traffic backup, which is probably causing a lot of our problems here. Oh, we're having power issues as well. This is not good. I guess we will have to put down... I mean, we can easily afford it, but we'll have to put down, like, another coal power plant. We'll try to put that in a place where it only takes, like, 2 buildings away. I would really rather not do this, and it might not even be that helpful because the coal is not even, like, the problem right now. Like, the problem is that we're not able to get fuel in, so I really think that we're gonna have to deal with this traffic issue as soon as possible. What the F is wrong with this road? What if we demolish this? How does this go now? Like, why do you switch sides of the road when you come in? And how does that help our traffic graph? It made it maybe 100 times worse. I think we want to make this a one-way road, honestly. Let's change that. Okay. One-way. 2-lane one-way road. No, my friend. 6-lane road. 6-lane one-way road. This is what I want. Cannot upgrade to this type. We're gonna have to bulldoze this shit. I'm gonna ruin my whole city doing this. I guarantee it. Yeah, no more roads. Woo! Alright, so hopefully those cars just like disappear soon. Yeah, just drive over the grass. That's fine. Okay, and this needs to be a 6-lane road right here. But first we're gonna do this. Why can't I? No, don't upgrade, just build. And now... oh god, did I draw it in the wrong direction? Everybody seems quite confused by this. But it did eliminate our traffic issues on the way in. So hopefully this will solve our fuel problem, if that was actually the issue. We got a lot of people that are without power right now. And I think people here are like, what the fuck is going on with this? Like a 6-lane one-way road it could cause some issues, but I think we've alleviated that and just caused like substantially more problems here, but I think that'll work itself out. So we need more power. So we need to build a coal power plant or a lot of wind. A lot of demand for industrial here as well. Okay, so well, before we worry about that industrial demand, let's look at our power. We need more power right away. I don't know if this is going to do it, but we're still a decent way away from having the oil power plant, so I think we just throw this down, honestly. And we hope that it helps, even if it does not have quite as much fuel. There we go. So it's going to keep us alive until we can get an oil power plant going. And, you know, too much power, I guess, I'm not going to consider that a bad thing. What's going on here? not enough buyers for products. You crazy? Maybe we want to bolt... Oh, look at this traffic jam. Oh, I have made it. I've made a huge mistake. But I think it's better to solve it right away. In fact, here's what I think we're going to do. I think we're going to bulldoze, like, all this. I don't know, when does it stop being one way? It's got to be, like, here. Alright, so we'll bulldoze that all the way up. And this is going to be a one-lane road that is going... Sorry, 6-lane road one way. That's going from here to 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 here. All right. On the way into the city, it's one-lane roads in that direction as far as the eye can see. When we get the money, which might take a little while, we're going to build a one-lane road going in the other direction this way. And we just had a bunch of people leave our city. And they will continue to do so, I'm sure. Make sure we're rezoning the areas that got de-zoned there. Just we should probably de-zone like this whole area right here. Make it go like that. De-zone this area. And go like that. Okay. We're going to lose population for a little bit here, but it's a gambit that I think is going to pay off eventually. Then, in this direction, once we get the capital, it's going to be exclusively 6 lanes in the other direction. And this is, honestly, I think this has solved a little bit of our problem. We've still got a huge bottleneck here, admittedly, but I think when we upgrade our road, that won't be as much of a problem, because it's 6 lanes going into 1 or 2 lanes right now, which is a real problem. 6 lanes one direction, going into 2 lanes 2 directions. So that's, like, real bad. I think it's a good thing for us to be getting our traffic issues solved right now, as opposed to, like, in the distant future. And yeah, look, see, our population's already coming back. People are already happy. They're saying, wow, that place, you know, it went through a little shitty time, but now there's not nearly as much traffic as there used to be. You can't build there? That seems crazy to me. So we're going to deal with exactly the same thing here in just a second. I'm pretty sure we're going to have, like, a lot of people leave and then come back. Power's going fine. Water's going fine. Okay. Let's go back to roads here. Upgrade. 6 lanes, 1 direction. Cannot upgrade to this type. Oh, this is going to bulldoze the shit out of this area. Alright, I'm really sorry for this, but this has to be done, I think, in order to alleviate our traffic concerns. And I wish that I didn't have to do it. And I think I'm going to have to do it eventually. I don't necessarily believe I have to do it now, but I believe that I have to do it eventually, so I'm going to do it. We're going to bulldoze all this shit right here. And yeah, I love this. Like, yay, no more roads. I can't get to work anymore. This is awesome. And then we're going to have roads, 6 lanes, 1 way, and whatever way you drag them in is how it's going to... Oh, don't upgrade, just build. And this is... Oh, man. What do you mean, space already occupied? It's going to bulldoze so much shit. People are going to be so mad. And this might be a terrible decision, but it's a gamble that I'm making in order to try to solve our city's traffic problems forever. That's what I'm doing here. We just lost like a quarter of our population. But I'm doing this so that our traffic problems are fixed. I want to say like ad infinitum, because that doesn't seem like the proper way to phrase that. But so that our problems are fixed forever. And I'm sure, you know, we've got demand for residential. People will start moving into these areas that we've just vacated. It's going to take a little while for our population to recover, but I think that our traffic is going to help me. Or it's going to thank me, I should say. And it'll take a while for the traffic graph to populate out here. But look, it's got some red spots on it still, but it's green in the areas into and out of the city, and we're starting to generate enough power again. I keep hitting escape to try to close that info graph. I apologize for that. There we go. We got people coming back in. We're making cash again. Power is beautiful. I mean, part of that is because we lost, you know, literally 800 people, which is about 20% of our population. But I think it's also because now we've made it efficient for fuel trucks to actually make it into the city. So we might not have even needed that extra power plant. Like right now we're using 74 megawatts and we should be generating 49. Yeah, so we're generating 100 150 megawatts. We got like twice of what we need. So we actually, what's great about this is that we don't need to build an oil power plant for a little while, which means we can take a little bit more of an opportunity to not and save our money for other things. All right, so that obviously, yes, there were some problems associated with that, and it took a little while for us to recover. But now I think the people will thank us in time. But for now, we gotta wait for people to come back. I think that decision will be the right one eventually. Now, we do have a little bit of demand for industry. I'm flattered. Honestly, I really am. I think we'll try to make some curved roads again. And we'll try to put like another industrial area in back here. Now, the curved roads, they're just going to get uglier and uglier as time goes on. I'm just warning you. And we're going to go with a two-lane road because I don't know what's good for me. We're going to try to curve it around here. I wish I could do it without breaking two buildings. It looks like I can. How's this for a city right here? How do you like me now? That's actually like not the proper way to put this. But that's like, you gotta get land however you can get it, right? I don't want them to have to build on a cliff. Like, that's a big part of my... As an architect, that's something I don't want my clients to have to deal with, is me forcing them to build cliffside. So this is like a little industrial area, but this is pretty shitty. So I'm thinking that we should just build like across like this. And actually, let's see if we can get that curved like back the other way. Against the rapids here. And this can be like our next industrial area down here. And is that city limits? No, city limits are all the way over there now. And we'll just keep, you know, the number one tip for your industrial zone, without a doubt, make sure that your industrial zone is placed against the water so that you can pollute with maximum efficacy. And we're just going to take the marquee tool. And as far as I'm concerned, this is all industry, man. At least, we might need to build some more power over here, which is going to be annoying as hell. But we have power lines fairly close by, and we can always bulldoze them later. So we're going to put industry here and here. And because this is going to be residential behind it, I want to just paint over a little bit. It's a little sloppy of me, you know. I've never been the kind of person that was very detail-oriented, so I apologize for that. But we're going to paint over some industry here to kind of serve as the barrier between our industrial area and our residential area, so they get a little bit happier about that. And that's a pretty inexpensive addition to our industrial park there. We might have to redistrict our city a little bit, if not for, like, actual political purposes. Oh, we're having power issues? No? If not for actual, like, political issues, or, yeah, like, policy issues, then we'll do it for, just having a new, area, which I think would be cool. Oh, what's going on here? Low land value? Well, just because it's next to the freaking highway? And that's a residential zone, so nobody wants to live in this green residence. Low land value. What can we do? Well, what if we put, like, a park just behind it? Genius! No one's ever thought of that. Still got low land value? Oh, they moved away. You moved away just before I put the park in? You dummies could have been trillionaires right now. That place is going to be worth 1.2 million, no problem. No problem. All right, so you got new industry coming in here. Every town's got an area like this. You know, you drive out into the wilderness and you're like, oh, I didn't know that we had a, you know, maximum security prison out here. This is where we're going to hide our undesirable pollution. Electricity's coming down a little bit. Water's doing fine. And we're getting back up to the point where we will probably hit 5,500 over the course of this episode, which will unlock some new buildings for us, which is sweet. This town's going pretty well, and admittedly, it took a while, traffic-wise, for that to work itself. Oh, no, not again. Is it because we need to have, like, no connection here, so these guys never have to wait at a stoplight? Are we having fuel problems with our electricity? No? No? Okay. Are they still producing 49 megawatts each? 49. 49. 49, alright. Maybe no problem then. Land values are going up. Look, this person just built their new house here, and they're upgrading it already because of the new, you know, new land value as a result of that park. You dummies missed out on a gold mine. These guys have no workers because there's no residences close by. So we need to solve that problem or they're all going to go out of business. Where's our closest residential area? Right here. All right. We're going to build... We got 27,000. That's nothing to sneeze at all. Let's start building some 4-lane roads. Just to make sure we can. We'll build it out here. Hopefully make a larger intersection. How much is this? Invalid shape. Straight is an invalid... I don't want a... Here we go. Construction cost is not that bad. 4,680. So it'll be a 4-lane road on the way in, and then 2-lane roads will make up, like, the spine here. You want to make it look like a rib cage? I would love... I'm a terrible city planner. But I want to make, like... You know, we'll draw it out 3 lines and then pull it down. And then we'll come down here. And we'll draw it out 3 lines and pull it down. This is going to be the rib cage. Pull it down 3 lines. And we'll pull it out 3 lines. And we'll draw it down. Can't quite do 3 lines here. This area is gonna look sweet. 3 lines. You can't quite do 3 lines with this guy either. I messed up my symmetry. That's okay. I don't think I did 3 lines there. There we go. 3 lines. 3 lines. And then we do 3 lines. Then we can only do like 2 lines here. 1 line even. This is going to be the hottest residential zone. Everyone's going to want to raise their kids here. This is the rib cage. It's a new district. It's like the Mission in San Francisco. It's near industry. It's near shopping. It's got a good amalgam of the young and old, the wealthy and the not so wealthy. I'm getting excited about this. I'm serious, by the way. Like, I was previously just doing gridded cities, and it was fine. But throwing in some areas with a little bit more character here is really where that shines, you know? I'm a simple man. Why don't we just use why don't we just use the click and drag function here and pretty much get that sorted out as best as possible. And we definitely want to district this shit. And we'll draw it all the way down here. The rib cage is the hottest. Cypress Hills is a great name. But no way, dog. The rib cage. Who does it? Where do you want to live? Classroom to Coffin Heights? I don't think so. If you need me, I'll be in the rib cage, baby. Yes, we don't have running water yet, but you know, everything in good time. Build like this. Just want to make sure we're actually getting the area covered in water. Now the thing is, we need to have people move into the rib cage, or the industries surrounding the rib cage are going to collapse. And that's no good for business. They're already getting pretty pissed off. Like, nobody wants to work out here. It's in the boonies. We've gone country Alan Jackson style. And in the rib cage, oh yes, marijuana is legal. Not just legal, compulsory. You're running a... Come on, you shouldn't be having water troubles. I guess you're just rebuilding here after I completely demolished all your homes, huh? Well, that's fine. Yeah, water's good. Power's still actually fine. And people are starting to populate the rib cage. That is sweet as heck. We could put a lot of parks here to influence land value or something like that, but I actually don't think that's completely necessary. I'm surprised it's taken us so long to reach our newest milestone, but that's okay. You know, I think solving that traffic issue... Is it still like, is this connection what's causing the problem here? What if we just got rid of this right here? Or is it this connection? Like, if we bulldoze this, is that really gonna fuck traffic? People are gonna have to come, like, all the way around. I'm gonna try something, okay? Because we can. And it's not gonna fuck over any houses, because these are just connecting roads. Yeah, like, this road right here, it's a major thoroughfare. So let's destroy it. And then, oh, that's how we'll do it. Okay, sounds like a lot of work. What I'm thinking is we'll create like one major way to travel between them, and then bulldoze all the other ones, and then I don't know, you put parks or something, or rezone them somehow. But let's try it because I'm an idiot. So we're gonna take like another 6-lane road here, and it's gonna stop us from reaching our next milestone. But I think it's important to do, and we're just gonna draw that like No, it's already occupied. We're going to draw it out like this. Oh, it pains me to kick all these small business owners out of here. What do you mean you can't upgrade it? Come on. I know you can upgrade it. If you want me to bulldoze the roads first, I'll bulldoze the roads first. I think I've shown earlier that I am not afraid to anger a few people. That's what we want right there. And I'm not going to do it in like one fell swoop here, even though it's probably the right call. Oh, this is why we can't do it. We have to push it up just to like a little bit first. Oh, what have I done? This is a disaster. I might have to bulldoze like all this shit here. Oh, is this like an important building? Yeah, that's a okay, relocate the medical clinic probably. We'll just put this one like right over here. Don't be pissed, I put in a new one. You savages. Alright, and then we're gonna build like another road like this. Space art. Is this an important building? Oh my god. Alright, I'll move the elementary. It's just moving across the street. Don't be too mad. See, they get like mad, then they get like a little bit happier at the end. So we'll go back to roads. 6-lane road. Boom. There we go. And now we gotta rezone the shit out of this, because I'm an idiot. And that was all residential, I think. There's nothing to be built there. That's okay. I'll just be... Oh, you know what? We need to build another road across it. That's my mistake. Okay, sorry. Space already... Is that another important building? That's our firehouse. Okay, we'll relocate our firehouse to somewhere close. There you go. That's fine. Don't be too... I just slightly moved the fire station. Don't be over dramatic. Scumtopian's like a notoriously fickle populace. Okay, and my hope is that this is going to solve our traffic problems. And yes, we are going to lose a lot of people. A lot of good families. A lot of very loyal Scumtopians just lost their... and they wouldn't say they lose their jobs, but they lost their homes there, temporarily. We'll fix it, though. This is stuff that you might think I'm being overly careful or something like that, but this is stuff that I did not do the first time when I made a city myself, off camera, and it caused some terrible problems down the road. So I think getting the traffic sorted right away is what we are going to want to do to make this work for us long term. So we have a real problem. Some businesses have gone under here because there haven't been enough workers. And they gave us fair warning for that. They said, you know, we don't have any workers. And I said, all right, well, I'll build the rib cage. But unfortunately, you know, in today's economy, you can't afford to sit around and wait for that rib cage to be populated. You got to move on to bigger and better cities. And you know what? I respect that. Hopefully, as the rib cage gets more and more populated here, because it's a lovely area that people desire to live in, because it's the greatest place of all time, we will have we'll have these businesses come back, and they'll come back in spades. But for now, we are gonna have to bulldoze these areas, and that's unfortunate. I kind of wish they just manually went under. Maybe they do so in a set time period that I'm not totally familiar with. How's our traffic doing now? This looks a lot better. And admittedly, all we're really doing is pushing the traffic problems around a little bit. But yeah, now we've got a fairly smooth, relative to what it used to be, area on the way in here. And these roads can all be upgraded to 4 lanes without bulldozing the shit beside them. So I think this is... I mean, it's always going to bottleneck at these areas where there's corners, especially when it's going from like a big road to a smaller road. But that's just... I mean, that exists in normal cities as well. Alright, you guys are still very much suffering from a lack of workers. I will admit. We're about to hit our next milestone, so I'm just going to not do anything until we do hit that, and there it is right there. So we get city planning policies, some new policies that we can offer, free public transit and heavy traffic bans. We can ban like heavy trucks in the school zone or something like that to push them into a specific area. We can build police HQ, hospital, fire station, oil power plant. How's our power going? Look, I'll be straight with you. We are going to want to build an oil power plant at some point. Take advantage of natural oil and use it to power your city. Creates heavy pollution. I'm gonna make one, and I'm gonna put it down in our industrial area over here. And this might not seem like that. Like, we already have good power. Why waste your money making an oil power plant? I'm doing it because I want to never have to worry about power again. or at least for as long as possible. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. It was a little bit longer and perhaps even more convoluted than any of us expected that it would be. But I think we did a positive thing there. I think I made the tough decision. Oh, what's going out of business here? I think I made the tough decision to, you know, basically kick some people out of their homes to make for smoother roads. But in making those decisions, I think that's going to make our town a better place. Now, these areas might be fucked. No one will ever live in these again. But maybe these are perfect choices for high-density apartment buildings or something like that. But for now, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, thanks for watching. Click the like button. It helps out an enormous deal, especially because the series is still in its infancy here. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.